Hi everybody, it's Moira McDonald. I am going to endeavour to do a tag. Well actually it's more a kind of pocket. If you're in Junk Journal Junkies, you might have seen yesterday that I did some layered tags using some book pages, well kids book pages from a kind of vintage book that I got on eBay. Still using the book. I thought I would do a wee process video for you, so that you could see. Now I've got to try and keep it under 15 minutes, so what I've done is I have already cut some things and got stuff ready and looked out pretty much all the things that I reckon I'm going to be using in this one. I've got the page I'm using, and this is what I want to show you. Right, I've never seen anything quite like this for a book page. It's very, very thick. It's from the 1920s apparently. What I've done is I've cut the page and cut a section from the bottom, which I am going to attach on that side to the back effectively, making the pocket. So I'm going to be decorating this side. I know that's kind of unusual, but I wasn't planning in putting this in a book as a fixed pocket. I was going to just put it in as a kind of removable thing so that you can take it out and do whatever you like with it. So we'll start by attaching the back page to the front. Let me see, just make sure I've got the right story. Right, that's us there. So the glue I'm using today is called Floral all-purpose glue. It's really, really good. My only quibble with it is that it's a wee bit stringy sometimes, and consequently get big gunky bits stuck to you, which is a bit of a nuisance. But there you go, you can't have everything, eh? It's a very fluid glue, so I don't need to go over the score with it, if you like. There, you know, see what I mean there by the threads. I'm quite sure that will show up on camera. So we'll put that there. I rounded the corners of the page, and that is, as I've said, just the bottom part of the page that I'm going to be sticking things to. Incidentally, my husband and my son are upstairs assembling some furniture, so you're going to hear all sorts of thumps and bangs all the way through this video, and I'm really sorry about that. That's not all I can do. This has got good moving room, this glue, that's one thing I would say. Right, there we go, that'll do us just now. Right, I've cut an oval, it's a wee kind of serrated oval if you like, and I've run round the edge with some distress ink. The paper came from this little itty bitty paper pad called Delicate Rose. It's got 5 by 20 designs, 100 sheets in total. They're all, I mean, it's small papers, but they're all nice, and they're all very shabby chic and florally and coordinate well with each other. So I've been using that. It wasn't an expensive pad. It's not very thick paper. Right, what I did with the other ones was I used this to stick to the image that's on the page so that you can still read the actual sort of story of the page, which makes it, bear with me while my head gets on the scene, it just makes it, you know, as ephemera, it makes it more interesting for your journals if you've got a wee something to read. Now I've got a wee girl cut out, and I'm conscious of the fact that she's going to be too big for the size of space I've got, so I am going to cut her around here. Check if that fits. Nope, she's still too big. That'll do us. Most of her I've gone round with distress ink already, so just do the bottom that I've just cut. It tends to cover, I don't like that really sharp edge there, wait a minute. It's kind of sharp on that side as well. That's just a personal thing for me. Right, there you go. What I'll do is, I think, shove away that. Just checking my time here. That would help if I'd put the blooming thing on, eh? Right, there we go. Now I want to put her to the side because I also want to do a wee bit of layering in terms of lace and flowers. So let's just get her glued down. This is actually, I must admit, it is really good glue. Once it's down, it ain't going nowhere. There we go. That's her stuck. Now, let me see what we've got. We've got a wee bit like this, which I think is going to be too long, but if we used it like that, and put that next to it, and then that on top. Right, I'm going to cut this wee bit of it. Again, see when you've cut a little bit of lace from something, you'll know what it's like. There's, generally speaking, there's always a straight edge, and that's fair enough if whatever it is that you're going to be doing with it is going to have a straight edge on it. But I find that for me personally, it doesn't really work very well. I much prefer it to not have a harsh edge to it. I like things to be kind of organic and flowing, if you like. So I'll put that there, and it's so fluid that it will almost certainly come through the lace to hold it. You don't need to glue it down with the strength of Thor or anything like that. You know, it'll stay there. Oops, a daisy. Big mouth. We're going to stick this next to it, so that'll hold it down, because this is a more weighty piece of crocheted lace. There we go. And what we're going to be doing is sticking this flower on top of it, kind of like that. I want to be able to still read the story, as I've said, so don't need to use a ton of glue, but you obviously want to stick. That'll do, as I think. And we shall shove that there. Now, what I also wanted to do was to add a flower. Now, you're not seeing the paper at her back to any great extent, but having said that, this matches in quite well with what you do see. So I have a paper rose. It just so happens to be I've had this in my stash for forever. It's a paper rose from a company that's quite close to me, and what I am going to do, that's no good to man or beast to do that with that, bear with me. I need to find something pointy to wrap it round to make it curly. And this is just to make the stem attractive. You know, you've got two options with these paper flowers. I often feel is either cut off the stem altogether to stick it down, or do this, which is effectively give it a wee curly stem. Now, it doesn't need to be anywhere near as long as that, so I'm going to take these and I'm going to cut it there, with any luck. There we go, that'll do us nicely. And I'll be sticking that down there, and I want to stick behind it a little leaf. And the leaf came from Wild Orchid Crafts, which is a British company. I'm also going to add, these are sold, they're called stamen, and effectively what they are is like wee gold balls You get them in all sorts of colours. These came from Wild Orchid Crafts. You would use them if you were making your own paper flowers. You would use them as the centre of your flower. So what they're awkward as anything. That's my only quibble with them. And I've got a feeling that they're going to be a bit too long for my liking here. I'm going to have to watch what I'm doing. So I'm folding up the thread that joins them all. And I'm going to try to stick them behind the leaf that I'm going to put down. And there. And I'm going to, it takes a wee minute or two to dry this glue, but when it does, it really is there for keeps. I'm going to put a wee bit of glue on top of it for holding down that leaf. Oh, help. This is where you need an extra pair of hands. If only we had 3 or 4 hands, we'd be laughing, I think. I mean, we'd look blooming funny, but right, there you go, that leaf's going to stay there with any luck. And we're going to put this wee rose on top of it. The glue's all sticking to my finger. Right, hold on, I put a wee blob there. In an ideal world, you wait a minute, because I don't know what language it's been translated from, probably German, because I've got a feeling it's a German glue. But the way it's described in the back of the bottle is that you've to hold it for, what is it, wait a minute till I see what it says. Apply the glue, let it evaporate a certain time. It doesn't explain to you how long a certain time is. It's really not, oh, it's only my fingers. It's really not long though. Right, so we're going to put that there. And they're all going to move about until they're dry. Right, that's it effectively. So that will be the tag, or the little pocket. I hope you can see it okay, but I'm going to leave that glue out the way. See that okay? Obviously this isn't dry, and until it does, I can't hold it upright or anything like that, but that effectively is the process. And obviously the other side has got the pocket section on it, and it will just fit into a journal anywhere. The tags that I made yesterday, I'll run through them. I'm hoping I've got enough time. Bear with me a minute, I'll just check how long this has been going for. Oh, I've not got long. Oh, no, yeah, that Sam started barking. Right, here we've got another one, and it was a wee story about pixies. All 6 small survivors next had a surprise when they met an old wizard with horrid cross eyes, and 2 were unluckily looking his way. They turned into rabbits, and rabbits they'll stay. So there was actually a picture of 2 wee rabbits below it. Right, so what I've done here is I have die cut a piece of paper, put a girl on top, and then just layered a couple of laces there. This is a long narrow one that I've done as a tag. There's the back of it, it's something to do with alphabets. So that's it, that's generally it. Another one there. Hopefully these are all in, I can't really tell because I'm not sitting at the other side of the camera. And I did another pocket here with the Wonky Woo story. And it's got a pocket there. So, oh, wait a minute, that's another nice one. Again, there's staining there and those little roses with another leaf. So thanks very much anyway for joining me today. I hope that's of use to some folk and you find it interesting, and I shall look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks very much. Bye guys, bye.